I'm so excited to be sharing the stage with gospel singer CeCe Winans. CeCe has sold 12 million records, has won 10 Grammy Awards, and is the best-selling female gospel artist of all time. That's incredible. Not only has she had a big career, she has a bigger heart. And the best part about CeCe is that she lives in Nashville right here with all of us. Please join to the stage the beautiful and talented CeCe Winans, who will be sharing some very important insights into money matters. Hey, give me a hug. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, you're over there.
Hello, everybody.
All right. So we're so grateful that CeCe is here tonight. She was, in fact, out of the country yesterday and came back for us tonight. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
All right. So CeCe,
Yes.
I know you grew up in Detroit, one of 10 children. I also know that at 16, you knew that you could make a living singing. So why don't you share your perception of money at that time in your life?
Well, at 16, I mean, you realize that you need money in order to live, but I think I heard her say earlier about being taught about money as far as the love of money is the root of all evil. So, that I think that was really instilled in me, and it was just important that I placed it in the right place and knew it was something that, could pay your bills and you could just live a comfortable life. And it was a blessing, The Bible also tells us that money is the answer to all things, But it's definitely those things. It can't heal a broken heart,
Right.
But when it's placed in the right place, you can accomplish a lot of things.
Right. But I think we talked about this, even though you were exposed and you were making money, it was just like,
I didn't
it was
really
just,
care
you
about
didn't really care about
yeah,
it, right?
yeah. At that age, no, you just kind of think it could always be there, and you think that. Yeah, I just didn't care about it. Sometimes you think it grows on trees, or it always be there, so you don't really worry about it.
And I know for you, having a talent to be able to sing, it kind of was always there because your voice was your income. I mean, it's not like you were working, but still you
Right.
had that. It was a God-given talent.
Right. Well, I mean, it's not like my family had so much growing up, but they definitely instilled in us, my parents, that having one another, having love in your home, having God, having your faith was the most important thing. So yeah, I guess when
Okay.
when you're born blessed in that way, then you just kind of
Right, right.
don't care.
So now I know you also shared with me that how you worked with World Vision, and it changed your life, especially when you took that on. And I know you traveled around the world, you did a lot of things, but then that was kind of an aha moment when you did that. And so why don't you take a few minutes to talk about what World Vision is, as well as how it changed your life as it relates to money?
Well, World Vision is a national organization that goes around the world meeting the needs of those who are extremely poor. And so when they asked me to be a part of World Vision, I said, yeah, sure. In the first trip, I think we went to Ethiopia. And I had never saw poverty that way before. Growing up, again, in Detroit, Michigan, in inner city, it's not like we had a lot. But then when I went there, I realized we did have a lot. Our poor here was drastically different than over there. So what I really started realizing is, first of all, we have no reason to complain about anything. And the little that we have can really go a long way if you apply wisdom to that, And that was definitely an aha moment for me. Was like, oh my God, you go to thinking about so many things that you wasted, and it's just like, if I could just give them a little bit every month, it could send a kid to school, it can feed a whole family, clothe the kids for school. And so it was just a huge awakening that I think really changed my life.
And you mentioned, I mean, one of the things you said that there was something that you were taught about having discipline with money.
Yes.
And money working for you,
And you not
working for
money.
it,
Yes.
right? For money. So why don't you expound on those things, because that was kind of ingrained in your, basic character of how you thought about things too.
Yeah, definitely. The Bible again tells us that diligence leads to profit, and haste leads to poverty. And so, yeah, when you begin to see the discipline, that you begin to see it as a tool, and not so much as just something to buy you something. So yeah.
And so I guess when we talk, and I wanted to share this with everybody, because as CeCe has mentioned, I mean, you really didn't care about money, but the thing that lit you up about being in control of money was being a good steward of money,
Right.
and having the capacity to help a lot of people.
Right.
And so you guys are here tonight to own the fact that you're in control, and own the fact that you need to earn your own money and pay your bills, but you want to be able to help other people, bless other people, help family members, right?
Yeah, and that's so true, because the thing is, being a good steward is so important. No matter what you have, little becomes much when you put it in the right hands and when you do the right thing with it. And I think before I went to World Vision, before I began to travel the world, I was very kind of, I have to just admit it, more self-centered, more self-focused. And when you begin to look out, it's like, oh my God, I think Rita said it earlier, if I put $10 up, it can be 10:07 or 10:17, and you can share, and you can begin, and then giving is always a blessing. Whenever you give, it's so much more of a blessing to give than it is to receive. I guess the Bible's right.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, the Bible is right. It doesn't sound like it's going to be right, but at the end of the day,
But
the Bible is right.
it's
All the
really
good things
right.
happen,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, and so the final question for you is, with what you know now, what advice would you give to your younger self? If you could go back and talk to you, what would you tell you?
Well, I would tell myself that money is a tool, and it can work for you not only to supply what you need, but it can empower you to empower others, to be a blessing to others. And that's really the core of the joy of living, So don't take it for granted. Realize that you're blessed, and start working on it now. A lot of times as young people, we feel like we have so much time, but it's never too early to learn about money. It's never too early to learn how powerful it is and the good that can come out of it. Because then, and I'm still talking to myself.
That's okay. I want you to talk to yourself. Keep talking. We have time. Keep talking.
Because you can really start enjoying life now, As a young person, you can really tap in to that inner joy that really will overflow in every area of your life. So save money, invest it, and be a blessing to other people. You're blessed to be a blessing.
And I would add, thank you, that's wonderful. And I would add, be conscious. I mean, this is about being conscious of it today.
Yeah.
So you guys are here, you're here in the moment. This is a blessing to be here. And take these words of wisdom from all of the speakers. And so be conscious of what it is that you're doing with your earnings today. And hopefully, you're going to walk away and put all this together. So anything else you want to add, CeCe?
No, I don't think so. I think this is just awesome what Girls Inc. is doing. And again, I just want to encourage the young girls to understand that that God has empowered you to change the world. I think we're sitting in a room full of world changers. And if you take in this wisdom, so you got what it takes to make it. You have what it takes to be successful.
Well, thank you so much for being
You're
here with
welcome.
us this evening.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
Thanks for having me.
All right.